there, everyone. All right, I am using the Angel Tarot cards today to do a reading for the week ahead. If you are new here, very welcome. And if you're returning, thank you very much for joining me again. My name is Shireen, and this is Aero Aces. And what we do on a Monday is we look at the energies for the week ahead of us. And we just try to get a feel of what each day, the energy that it carries. And that didn't sound good. Let's see what happened. The energy that each day carries and what advice maybe we have from Spirit in terms of how to deal with that, or what we can focus on, look forward to. All right, so I'm going to get a card for each day of the week, Monday to Friday, and let's see what comes up. Can I please see the energy for Monday? What does Monday look like? Whoops, thank you. Seven of Water, Seven of Cups, a complex decision, the need to do research, stop procrastinating. Okay, so this often talks about decision making, us feeling like we're overwhelmed maybe because we have a lot of things to choose from, which is not always a bad thing. Sometimes we can just feel a little bit perplexed over something, but if we still our mind, if we maybe ask for a second opinion or something that seems a lot more simple than what we think we need to do, then usually that's when the answer comes to us. All right, so maybe there's a lot of things you need to consider. It might not necessarily always be a decision, but just things that need consideration. And maybe it also can, kind of urge us to simplify things. Maybe we need to take a list of priorities and see which of them we can actually remove or do at a later stage, or which ones we can do now that can make us feel some sense of accomplishment so that we've done something and we can move forward with a bit more purpose. Yeah, I think you just need to look at whatever it is a little bit more in depth, look at it with a bit more attention and say, okay, let's write this down, or let me put it into categories. There's something that needs to be done here that will, it's almost like you're afraid to look at it that deeply because it feels overwhelming, but the minute we write it down or put it into some kind of a spreadsheet, or draw a picture or speak to someone else about it, they'll say to you, it's not that deep, or it's not that complicated. Why don't you just focus on this and this first? Or I think that's much more important than this. Or someone might say to you, it's a no-brainer, the decision is easy. So don't be afraid to look at your options and see which are not as prominent or important as the others right now. Okay, Tuesday, please. What does Tuesday's energy look like? Thank you. Nine of Fire. Don't give up. Protect what you've created. Have courage and believe in yourself. Okay. So, Nine of Fire. She looks quite determined. She also looks very alert. Like she's on guard for some reason. And it says, don't give up. So there might be something that you've been struggling with that seems like it's just never going to end, or it's been a bit of a challenge for you. And this is saying, don't give up. Protect what you've created. Have courage and believe in yourself. I also get the sense here, there's a saying that goes with this card often, and it says, good fences make good neighbors, or something along those lines. And so I feel like there needs to be maybe some healthy personal boundaries here, or the line needs to be drawn in terms of what you will and will not do, or what will not tolerate. And it's saying you've built something or done something that's taken a lot of your time and effort and energy, and it's important to protect that. So don't give it away. For instance, as an example, if somebody in the workplace maybe wants to steal your idea and say that they did it, or you complete a project and they take the credit for it, don't allow that to happen. Advocate for yourself. Have courage and believe in yourself. Don't think, oh, well, you know what, they're never going to believe it was me anyway. I don't think any of that is true. This is somebody who's conquered a lot of things. She's had a lot of arrows shot at her. Look here. And she's got them lying there in her pot of gold. She hasn't been overcome. She just collected them. So everything that, anyone's ever thrown at you, so to speak, you've handled and you've conquered and you've overcome. So this is that saying as well that says, your success rate for surviving is 100%. Give yourself some credit for it. Pat yourself on the back. And don't let anything or anybody overcome you. All right, let's look at Wednesday. What is Wednesday's energy, please? We're going to have Tuesday. Okay. Thank you. All right. So Wednesday is the 2 of air, 2 of swords, being unable and unwilling to make a decision. A stalemate, pretending there's no problem. And happy, it's the sun. Happy outcome, brilliant new ideas that lead to success. Have confidence in yourself. Okay, so this is actually reiterating the 2 cards we just had. So maybe there's some procrastination and some drama going on in the first 2 days of the week. And then here something needs to come to a head. All right, because this is almost a reiteration of the other 2. Being unable to or unwilling to make a decision, being at a stalemate. It says here it's a complex decision. You need to do some research. Stop procrastinating. Okay, don't pretend there isn't a problem. Don't let someone get away with something, or don't pretend that nothing's happening, because that is going to put you in a detrimental position, and you don't want to find yourself in a detrimental position. The outcome has the potential to be the sun, and it will be the sun. Even with the 7 of water, the 7 of cups says to us that you will eventually find clarity and you will make the right decisions. So don't let indecision and worry kind of put you off. All right, this is really beautiful, and this is a wonderful, happy outcome. Okay, literally, happy outcome, brilliant new ideas that lead to success. You have the ideas, you have the potential to solve this, to make this decision, to carry something out if you want to carry it out, to stand up for yourself and have a positive outcome. Have confidence in yourself. Okay, I feel like this might be a very, very specific message, but somebody needs to hear this. If you're confronting somebody who usually undermines you or is a bit of a bully with the way that they speak or they carry themselves, they treat yourself or anybody else, it's very important that you advocate for yourself. And I feel like in somebody that's watching this, in your very specific situation, you are going to expect this person to retaliate and to win and shout you down or, come across as aggressive. And I think that you might be very surprised at the result, because I almost feel like you advocating for yourself might earn this person's respect, or might make them take a step back because they're not used to somebody answering them back. They're not used to someone standing up against them. And that's exactly what needs to happen. You might even help others in the process by doing this. Okay, do what you need to do. Your outcome is the sun. This is one of the most positive cards in the tarot, and it's a number 10. It's a 9 and a 1, which means it can close a cycle. Okay, this could be very personal, just between you and another person. Or it could, I think it might be you and another person, but it might positively affect others, okay, in the long run. So maybe you've got a cheeky work colleague that just needs to be put in their place, and you're the one to do it, and you're going to do everyone a favor. All right, let's look at Thursday's energy, please. What does Thursday look like? Woo! Okay. All right, Thursday, justice. Wow, that's really lovely. Okay, so this is when things come back into balance after that sun card, whatever the situation is that you might be dealing with. And it says, a fair and just decisions. Do what you know is right. Stand up for your beliefs. Okay, so there's no doubt about the message that's being sent out this week. Let's see what Friday looks like. Archangel Raguel, if anybody resonates with that, Archangel Raguel, maybe you've got that coming up for you in your life. 6 of air. Things are looking up. The end of a difficult situation. Taking a trip. Maybe some of you are taking a trip, but this is definitely about moving to a calmer state of being with whatever it is that you're dealing with. Okay? Really, really beautiful. I'm very glad to see that. Things are looking up. The end of a difficult situation. That's what I said to you. This is number 10. It's an ending. And it's a cyclical ending that will begin something new. All right? The end of a difficult situation. Taking a trip. Maybe you need to leave. Maybe you need to leave that job, or say, I'm going on holiday. Maybe it's a fight you're having about, you've applied for leave and you're never allowed to take it because somebody else thinks they're more important. Whatever your situation is, however that plays out for you, please know that it will end well, and there's some kind of balance and justice and fairness that is coming to a situation that maybe seemed really unfair and confusing for you. All right, and with that, I wish you a beautiful week ahead, and I say lots of love to you, and bye for now.